So Wendy Williams left off in 2024 in Florida, and she was visiting her family for her son's graduation. And her son had actually commented on a video that Charlamagne put up of her in Florida enjoying her son's graduation, saying that Wendy is sober, she wants to come home, and he also said that him and his family, they're fighting to make that happen because the isolation seems to be killing her quicker than anything else, according to him. Lauren LaRosa was told exclusively that in addition to everything I just said, the family is trying to get an attorney to help her get out of that guardianship, and that the guardian is trying to make Wendy look incapacitated for the sake of the lifetime lawsuit that she got. And Wendy seemed more normal, you know, the whole time. She even went off on her caretakers while, about her scooter and everything. We got audio for that.
The guy who was in the Uber, he was like,
and then both of you walked away, leaving my in the middle of the street like this. Just get the car, please. Make sure it's the right car.
Look, Wendy, what happened? What they do?
They got the wrong car, so I knocked on the door, and it was totally wrong car. They left my scooter as they walked over there, leaving my most precious, this cost a mint, motherfucker. You're supposed to be ordering the car. That's what you're supposed to be doing. They want to work for me, that's what they're doing. They're making money for me, get the goddamn car.
That doesn't seem like
I missed that voice.
Yeah, that before, I think right before the break, a couple of months ago, they made it seem like Wendy was in hospice
down bad.
Yeah,
she
down
couldn't
bad.
Walk. She couldn't move. She couldn't. Yeah.
That doesn't sound like that Wendy to me.
Nah, that's all cap. I spoke to Wendy over the holidays.
You did?
Yeah.
What happened?
She seemed perfectly fine to me. Like Wendy sounded like she could do radio tomorrow if she wanted to.
You reached out to her. She reached out to you. How did that happen?
Oh, she called me. Yeah, and I don't know what incapacitated means in regards to dementia or whatever it is they say she was dealing with. But no, there ain't nothing incapacitated about Wendy Williams.
How was her energy? How was
she sound like Wendy Williams? I'm trying to tell you, like there was she didn't skip a beat. She actually said to me when she called me, she was like, "Why are you answering the phone like we just spoke yesterday? We just talked last week." Like she wanted me to be more excited. And she called me.
Stop acting like you ain't sit on my lap, nigga. What's up?
That's exactly what it was. Really? To the point where you know sometimes you be on, like I have the phone on like my shoulder. Yeah. I was washing my hands because I peed. And
we didn't have to hear that part.
I'm just saying. And, then, and I guess the phone must have said record or something like that. So the phone says, and when I saw it, I stopped it. So it said
recording conversation.
Stopped. Yeah. So she was like, "Are you recording me?" And then she was like, "No, you wouldn't do that." Like, so it's like she's perfectly normal.
Yeah.
From what I heard, I don't know. I could be wrong.
And I don't like that new. Just side note.
Why you gotta talk to Wendy while you peeing?
I was had to pee. He was on the phone for a long time.
Oh, right. You was already in conversation.
Yes.
When you, all right.
And that new feature on the phone, I don't like. That's happened to me a couple of times.
Yeah.
Why does that happen?
Yes, because
there's not even no record on the thing. I don't know what's going on.
On the top left, it's like a thing. If you push it, it says recording. And that's happened to me a bunch of times, and I feel bad. Like people feel like I'm recording their conversation.
So when you want to call, it says record?
Right. So if I call you right now, right, see the God, right? And then on the top left is a feature that if you push it, starts recording the conversation.
That's happened to me a few times.
Yes.
On the phone, just regularly talking,
yes.
and it presses record.
It answered very fast, right?
Okay. I answered. All right.
Now, see right there on the top left?
It don't say record.
Look, on mine on the top left.
All
you
of
see
those
it?
lines in that circle?
So if you push it, it starts recording.
Oh, I don't like that.
No, I don't like it either.
Yeah,
Did she say she wanted to come back to media? Did she say anything about that? Like she wished she could be giving us all the tea?
I don't want to say all of that.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, she could do radio tomorrow if she wanted to.
Oh, okay.
I say that.
All right, cool. That's what's up.
Wait a minute.
She want to?
That's not for me. Yeah,
you recorded the whole call, but you can't tell us.
I would never do that.
All right,
but Jesse should have asked him, did she want to do a podcast?
Well,
she said she already wanted to do a podcast before. She put that out there already.
I'm just saying she's calling you. You have your podcast
She called
network.
me because it was the holidays. Okay, that's what that was about. It was a holiday phone call, catching up with your people at the end of the year. That's what that was. Yes.
He was scared.
We're dropping the clues bombs for Wendy Williams. Okay.
What'd you say, Jess?
I said he was scared as hell. He saw that number.
It wasn't a number. It was a block call. Thank you.
Anyway,
All right.
he was even more scared. You already know what's up.
No call ID.
Even more scared. Anyway, all right, listen. 50 Cent responds to his Vegas show critique. So he did his first Vegas residency at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino. When the residency first started, we saw a bunch of big names going to go see the show, like Amanda Bynes, Danielle Fishel. That's Topanga from Boy Meets World. I grew up watching her. Ving Rhames, a couple more people. But a few days in, we also started to see like negative critiques of the show. The show was being called the worst residency in Las Vegas, and one critic said that it was the worst live performance for any artist, and then a blogger shared that the show was bad because the sound in the theater was terrible and the hype men were louder than him for the entire show. So she also said that 50 barely spoke to the crowd, and 50 responded to the critiques when he was on stage.
Say like 50 be doing this. That's what I'm gonna do. You don't say the music was bad, man. F all that, man. What you thought I was gonna be out here rollerblading? Like, Usher? I said Chris Brown was flying in Africa. I don't have records that require me to fly in Africa.
Nigga, you don't have records that require you hanging upside down for mass amounts of time, but you did that.
Well, in the
That's
club
so funny.
video, I think he's reenacting that every time he does that.
Yeah,
You can't do that though. At this age, you can't do that.
You know what? I really hated that. I feel like the blogs and the press allowed somebody from outside the culture to give a bad comment of how she felt about the show, and it went viral. And I never see that happen with anybody else when people go to these shows. Like, you know, when you go to shows, you have thousands and thousands of people. Somebody might not like your show, somebody loves your show, but I didn't like how they did that.
I don't think that you should go to a
like how they
50
did that.
Cent Vegas show thinking about other Vegas shows.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think that's the other problem, right? Like especially if you've seen Usher's show. Usher's skating and flying around. He got strippers coming out. And I've personally never been to any other Vegas show, but I would only assume that all those other Vegas shows have these big, huge performances too. But I'm not going to a 50 Cent show expecting that.
Yeah, they're dancers. Chris Brown and Usher are dancers. They're, they do more than sing and rap and all that. So, yeah.
I didn't like the fact that somebody outside our culture is telling us about how she feels, and the blogs from our culture starts posting it like it's facts. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
It is with the negativity thriving. They don't care who it is. And we'll go against our own no matter what. So that's Jess With The Mess for this hour.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.